Hi, this is Chris, the SAT expert at Magoosh. I have over 15 years experience helping students ace this test. And today, I have 5 tips on how to manage test day stress. So imagine you had this magic button. As soon as you pressed it, all of your stress would just melt away. Wouldn't you want to press that button test day? Well, actually, you wouldn't. The first tip is that a little bit of stress can actually help you. Researchers have found that if you're very mellow, too relaxed, you're not going to perform nearly as well as if you have a little bit of stress in you. Now, that's not the same thing as bad stress, in which you're freaking out that you're going to do bad on the test. Oh my God, it's the SAT. That is bad stress. We want this good level of stress to keep you in that zone so that you can focus for 4 hours. And this is also important because if you are stressed, that's not a sign that something is going wrong. That means you could very well be in the zone. So embrace the stress and know it is not a bad thing, but it can help you test day. Now that we've talked about the good stress and the bad stress, how do we know which one is which and when we're experiencing one? Well, if you are having a lot of negative thoughts rushing through your head, then you know you are experiencing the bad stress. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at math. I should have studied more last night. I'm totally gonna bomb this. These are all negative thoughts. And what they're doing is they're actually feeding the bad stress and they build upon each other. And within a few minutes, you can be far more stressed out just because of these negative thoughts going through your head. So the key, catch these negative thoughts before they start snowballing into the bad stress. How? Well, give yourself what's called a mantra. A mantra is an expression that you say over and over again, but instead of a negative one, we want a positive one, such as, oh, I got this, or SAT, I own you. Now, I know that sounds a little bit cheesy, but try it. I promise it will work wonders. Okay, now that we learned that bad thoughts can affect your stress level, we're gonna talk about something that can affect your stress level even more: how you breathe. Now, when you're taking that SAT passage and you're trying to read it and trying to understand this complex passage about science, what's happening to your breathing is it's becoming shallower and shallower, faster and faster, and your pulse, your heart rate is speeding up higher, higher and higher. And you can even see just now me describing that is probably kind of stressful. I feel stressed out. And that's what's happening to you. So how do we get out of that stress loop? Well, I'm also happy you asked because I got a great technique called the 4-7-8. So 4, what does that stand for? That stands for the number of seconds that you're inhaling through your nose. 7, what does that stand for? The number of seconds that you are holding your breath. And then finally, 8, the number of seconds that you are exhaling that breath. I feel better already. There it is, the 4-7-8. Do a few reps of those. If you're done with that reading passage, or even during the break, instead of just staring at the wall, do your 4-7-8 exercise. So the next tip is give yourself the opportunity to take the test more than once. Why? Well, if this is going to be the only time that you take the SAT, that negative voice that says, oh my God, this is the only time we're taking the SAT, it's going to be louder and much harder to put down. And therefore, if you give yourself a little bit of wiggle room, a little bit of padding by also knowing that, hey, 3 months from now during March, I'm going to sign up for that SAT as well, it makes the current SAT not nearly as stressful. Okay, tip number 5. I want you to think of the thing that you enjoy doing the most. So let's say you have a Sunday all to yourself. Do you go out and get a huge chocolate sundae? Do you go shopping with your best friends? Maybe you sit at home and binge out on Netflix. It doesn't really matter. You know yourself best and you know how to treat yourself. And this is important because you've obviously prepped for a really long time. And even if it hasn't been super long, you're sitting through this 4-hour test and therefore knowing that you're about to get a treat. You deserve this treat. You've worked hard for it. That can keep that stress at bay and it can help you not take the test too seriously because you know that there's very soon a treat in the future for you. If you like what you saw today, then follow the link in the description below. That will take you to sat.magoosh.com, where we have a full curriculum that has helped thousands of students ace the SAT. If you want more tips, then click on the videos to the left.